All right, you ask and you got it. This is the story of NASCAR's most ingenious, we'll call him an innovator. So this is the basketball. This is a stupid long hose. Like your everyday Chevelle, but it ain't. So the real question is where do we start? But we'll start with the hose. So NASCAR regulates the size of your gas tank. You can only have a certain size gas tank, okay? At the time, the rule says you can only have a certain size gas tank. Smokey Yunick, being Smokey Yunick, goes, well, they didn't say nothing about the hose. So he goes and gets an 11-foot long hose, 2 inches in diameter. That is literally the size of an anaconda. This hose might not seem like much, but got him 5 extra gallons of gas just in the fuel lines. You're probably going to ask, what is a basketball doing in a race car? Well, he would inflate the basketball inside the gas tank. And then when they would empty the gas tank, they pour it out. And there goes the whatever, 15. We'll call it 15. 15 gallons of gas comes out. Well, then when he takes the car back, he deflates the basketball. Now all that space that the basketball's in, you got all that to fill up with fuel. Now it's 25 gallons. NASCAR rulebook states you can't pour it out the exhaust manifold. It says nothing about, I don't know, pouring some abrasive compound back and forth through it. And, hey, you didn't use a grinder, you didn't pour it. And then this one, this is just ridiculous. Okay, this is not a 66 Chevelle. Okay, it's supposed to be a 66 Chevelle. It is 7/8 to the size, allegedly. We don't know this for sure, but the story goes it is 7/8 to the size of an actual Chevelle. He literally just built the car smaller, 7/8 to the size. What? The worst part about this one is there was 2 of them. Now, the 1967 Daytona 500 was won by Mario Andretti, but guess who Curtis Turner is, and guess why he sat on the pole? I mean, there's even allegedly stories of him building a street version of the car to where you could pass through NASCAR's templates. Like, he just goes above and beyond everything that you think that you could think that you know. It's bad. He doesn't even stop in NASCAR. He goes to IndyCar for the Indy 500, builds this. You're probably wondering why it looks like this. That's because he's on this side and the fuel is on the other side. Everything you see over there, okay, in front of the motor, everything you see is a fuel tank. There was no rule on how much fuel you could have in the car. Half the car is gas. Literally almost froze his fuel to where it would contract. That way when the car heats up, it expands and he's got more fuel. Like, what? So you can have your Newtons and your Einsteins, but this is the real genius. And now at the beginning I called him an innovator. Well, that's because this is NASCAR's most genius cheater.